They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Old Dominion Monarchs, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Monarchs will put total leather and we'll get started. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Oregon Ducks offense will come out first. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of ballers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
To the ground with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Moore to the air. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
You love to see this offensively on the first drive of the game. The quarterback taking a shot down the middle of the defense, finding a guy for a big play.
The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
4th and short means I'm going for it nowadays. You see it all over college football. Everybody's using analytics and saying, I'm going to take my chances of going for it rather than punting. So great job by the defense, but you better get that next play ready.
And the Ducks will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. So the Old Dominion Monarchs offense will go to work for the first time. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head, that will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup. It's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great team defense. defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down and try to get a 1st down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
And the Monarchs decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Offense threatening 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking for a gap. It's Whittington. Makes it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. He'll keep it himself. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Handoff from the gun. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get.
Man, I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And how about that? That's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. They gave up a lot of yards to get down here, bowing their necks up. It's most important when you get in this area. 2nd and goal now, they get the big stop.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Touchdown, Oregon! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Just under 60,000 in this place, but sometimes it sounds like 600,000. An engineering marvel to hold in all this noise.
It's unbelievable. They love their team. They support the Ducks, and they've built traditions and so many teams they should be proud of. Getting them involved early is a great sign for this football team.
Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they're about to get a drive going here.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas. Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Caught over the middle. It's caught. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. To the air on first down. And as he throws, incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Quickly to the tight end. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
He'll pull it on the read. Inside the 45. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Monarchs are on the move. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense trying to get the screen pass to the running back and get him out into space to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 60 of these on the field in my dime package and I can still get home rushing 4. My guys up front are better than your guys and we're going to go prove it. They did just that.
And the Monarchs will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Building momentum, picking up the chunk of yards, moving the chains out to the 34. Oregon was dominant last season until the Ducks ran into that Ohio State juggernaut in the Rose Bowl, and that left Oregon still in search of its long-awaited first national title.
Well, Dan Lanning has built this thing into a national championship contender. He's done it in the trenches, but I'm curious to see what they do at quarterback and how that position plays out. Dylan Gabriel exhausted his 17th year of eligibility finally last year, David, so that's where my eyes are at.
He did, no doubt about it. He was around for a long time, but I think it's more the excitement with Lanning and continuing to bring in high recruiting classes, but breaking through and getting that first national title. They're on the precipice. Is this the year?
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed on the outside, it's Moore. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the gun to give, looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And so many more times we're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Makes the quick grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Next up, 6. 2nd down.
The Monarchs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the running back from the shotgun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. Quarterback on the keeper. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
They kick it away on 4th down. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. More to the air. Makes the grab. The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And the QB sneak has been around for 4,000 years. Obviously some exaggeration, but so hard to stop. Quarterback gets in, starts to burrow behind that offensive line, and now you got to push behind these guys. It's almost impossible to stop.
The give on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. He's going to throw deep right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
And the Ducks line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. He'll do it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
How fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy in the break.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown on their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few 1st downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, that DB basically could have just ran that route for the wide receiver. He was all over him. There was no shot that receiver was going to be able to make that play. Beautiful job by the defensive back.
It'll be 3rd and long. Moore will throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! Ran the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on in this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Got it in the middle, it's Roach. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Monarchs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Turning it on. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll ride the hot hand. Sweet cut there. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wants to fire on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Sends it back in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Butler. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Monarchs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Touchdown, ODU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So an 82-yard drive there. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
The Ducks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long, you're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Corrals it at the 45. And the returner will be brought down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll send the back in motion. Moore to the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
First down.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. On the run, it's Whittington. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Caught in the backfield, it's Benson. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Moore will throw. They've got the screen set up. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, the offense on third down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up 4th down.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extending a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Takes the handoff. It's Roach. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And the Monarchs will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the returner will be brought down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. He'll keep it himself. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, this defense has played so well. In this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed great. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now a lot of work to to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Finding open areas. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. Like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the 1st down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Moore to the air. Fires left. A strike downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You don't see a lot of teams that are successful throwing the football in the snow. And obviously on that last one, got away from the quarterback, nowhere close to the intended receiver, and the defense able to come away with the INT.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Roach. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The play action fake. Makes the grab. It's Thomas. Got it across the 35 to the 36, but the defense knew that line to defend, and they forced a fourth down. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through three. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Got it behind the line. It's Benson. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He'll pull it on the read. Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through with no problem, despite the snowy surface. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Got a man. It's blocked. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense when you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front, and if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job of the base defense making a play.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got a man in the middle. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Monarchs!
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
Yeah, this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
The Ducks can really attack on this second and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
Trying to move the sticks on third down. Moore will throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, they're trying to hit the slant, right? That's a bang-bang type play. It's got to happen fast. Good throw. Receiver just couldn't come up with the catch.
And the Ducks will punt it away on fourth down. Cradles it at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And off to Jones. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lott. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
The Monarchs with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
And the Monarchs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
Wants to go up top. Pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Bring in the heat. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
Yeah, and they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Used the play fake. Now to throw. With the catch, it's Hughes.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The give as they work on that clock. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Moore to the air. Fires on the move. Complete downfield. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead. Guess who shows up with another big one?
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And nice job by the defense. The quarterbacks had some good success running the football. All eyes on him. They were locked in. They had nowhere to go with the football, and I like it. They finished the run with a nice physical tackle, get an extra lick on that QB.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Fires it incomplete.
Then how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They booted away on 4th down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Cover guys do their job and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's blocked. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
The Monarchs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that 3rd down sack set him back, but they'll go for it here. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the 2nd effort, getting the extra yards and getting the 1st down.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's taking a deep shot. Wait till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game.